Hey everybody, and we're back again today for part 2 of the 365-day stream. Unfortunately, we're running Modern yet again. I know most people come to watch me play Standard, but ILM19 was just released, and card availability is going to be an issue for the next few days, give or take. But overall, hopefully we'll be able to get some of those ILM19 cards by the end of the stream. I'm working on acquiring them on the other monitors, so maybe we'll be able to get a brew. And have a brew I'm pretty excited to try. But until then, we infect. Oh, I got paired in my league awfully fast. Actually, I have Zan's sideboard guide today, so we can see how poorly I sideboarded the last time we played it. We have a couple infect creatures. We have... Oh, okay, well there's most of them 19 cards for standard brew later. Spoiler, it's got wide in it. Sorry about this. Let's move this to the other monitor. Well, okay. Don't let me drag it, Moto. See if I care. There you go. Alright, back to our game. Anyway, we keep pretty quickly. Pretty quickly. Confirm over here. A Valakut. So this is supposedly one of our good matches, but you never know. I think we lost to it yesterday, or maybe we beat it in the end. I'm not exactly sure. We played it yesterday. Alright, thank you again, Moto. Just keep dominating my window. It's frustrating me beyond belief. I remember we got gut shot yesterday, which was in fact a gut shot. If it has a main deck gut shot, I'm willing to lose, because I'd rather press F6 than care. Is it an anger? Not an anger. So, good chance we win if we draw a untapped land? Not an untapped land. So that's 5, 6. I don't think there's any reason to put more on it. What do we got here? We got 5, 6. Whatever it is isn't lethal. Right, I guess I'm just going to attack with this then. I was trying to decide whether I was going to deal an additional 2 because I'm kind of like afraid of Anger of the Gods. But I realize if I draw an additional... we would have to draw a land for that to matter. Maybe I'm supposed to do that anyway. But since we had to hit a land either way, it seems like just Blossoming Defense might be a better overall option. I don't think we're dead, even if they have Primeval Titan. Yeah, we're just not dead if they have Primeval Titan, so we're good. You can only get 2 mountains. They don't do anything yet, and Mr. Blighted Agent wins the game, or Mrs. Blighted Agent. How dare I assume the agent's gender? I mean, he can cast Anger of the Gods. Was why I was thinking about just trying to ping him for a few damage. Well, could have had you last turn. Apparently, either I'm lagging really bad or Ricky's really delayed too. Alright, so you don't really have to sideboard too much around these type of decks. I've been bringing in the Spell Pierces just cause hitting an early mana producer and Anger's like relevant, but like it's not great. And I've just been shaving on Mutagenic Growths because I don't think they do a whole lot. But I don't know if it's right. The dismembers are like medium, but maybe the Spell Piercers are just better than the dismembers. But I have been able to dismember like a Shakira Tribe Elder or something for a Glistening Elf to get through. So like it's not felt like that they were completely irrelevant, but like they're certainly not good. Could bring in like Nature's Claims or something too, I guess. To battle against the Blood Moon that you know they're going to cast because they don't care if their deck functions. Obviously kidding. Super land heavy, but it's too good to mulligan. I'm not sure, but I believe I played this guy yesterday. I think he was on this same deck yesterday too. I just recognize this name for some reason. Could have played this on turn 1. I was thinking about saving it in case we needed to hit a Dryad Arbor later, but it's probably just not good enough to worry about. Anger to Gods will suck, but we do have follow-up. Double Anger to Gods would really suck. It's not an Anger to Gods. That's not an Anger to Gods. So we're probably dead next turn unless we win this turn. So we have 4 Groundswells, 4 Might of Old Corrosas to theoretically win. That's not one of them. Actually, that is one of them. Derp, I didn't realize we had 8 mana. Okay, so we had this to win too. I didn't quite realize it. Oh wow, I made a misplay. I was supposed to attack first. Because now if they'd lightning strike that pre-combat, we would have lost. So yeah, I definitely made a play mistake. I should have attacked first and got the Exalted trigger because after the Vines resolved, he could have just like lightning strike this before we went to attacks, and then I could have only hit him for 9. Yeah, I think that was pretty bad sequencing by me, but I am new to Modern, so it'll definitely take some time to get used to the correct sequencing. Not only am I new to Modern, I'm just bad at Magic, so. Yeah, I just realized we hit 2,000. I thought we did the other day, but right now it's telling me we just hit our 2,000 follower. 2,000 follower hype. Post that to the Twitter. What did you give to the devil? Apparently I had 11 outs, even though I didn't realize it at the time. I will title this picture Hype. I think this hand's a pretty clear keep. Pop up Twitter. Uh-oh. This is going to be one of our hard matches. Alright. Sorry, back to the game. Let's just show them the promo. It's a pretty strong hand, but like they block really well with their deck. Like, and between like Goblin Lures and Burning Inquiries and crap, like maybe we won't have the cards we want in a little while. Who knows? That's an actual Dried Arbor, so we need to go get a forest here. I'm not too worried about Burning Inquiry. Maybe I could have played it, but I like protecting the information of it too. I think this was one of the harder matches. They have removal spells and they just have tons and tons of blockers, which causes lots and lots of problems. Wonder if I was just supposed to play this. Kind of like trying to force them into blocking. I don't know if it was worth it. Like, this might just be a recipe to lose to play this game. But if they don't have any offense, like they didn't play a hollow one that turn, feels to me like their hand's probably kind of bad, but I guess they can cycle through cards so much that maybe that was wrong. Maybe I was just supposed to leave the brother back to block. If I left him back to block and just casted Blighted Agent, we'd have him on a 2-turn clock. Whereas right now we're like 3 turns away. So I probably played that really wrong. Yeah, I definitely played that really wrong. Mistakes have been learned from. We can still draw Become Immense, and I think we're quick enough to win. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think I'm actually wrong. He can just deal 5 damage with his Menace things. So yeah, I'm just dead. Well, on the positive note, we wouldn't have won anyway. So this is lethal. Okay. Alright, well, I think I played that game wrong, so not sure I would have won even if I'd played right. So we want things to protect our stuffs. Oh, we probably want these here. Don't think those help. Definitely don't want this. Kinda want these 4 cards, but I'm not sure what I would take out. I don't even know what to take out for the extra card on what we have brought in. I don't think these are good. Bring one of these in? Sure. Maybe I don't want Dispel Pierces on the play. Oh. Rancor gives trample, but like all of their things are so huge, and I already need 2 spells. Yeah, the Distortion Strike will probably be better in this match. Might be better in a lot of matches. I kind of want to cut the Dried Arbor from the deck. Alright, let's keep. Ooh, that's a good one. No gut shot, please, because I'm not going to play around it. I guess I'm technically playing around. I have a mutagenic growth, but... I need to get Torment Grim Lavamancers. Oh wow, they don't have lands? We're just going to use their mana, I guess. So might as well deal damage. Okay, cool. They could have Fatal Push, so I'm not going to pump it pre-combat. If they throw a Lightning Strike or something at it, I will. But other than that, I'm just going to live this life. Hold up the defense. Alright, so we're going to use this to save it here. Because I still want the defense to protect from Fatal Push. Alright, well they're not playing Magic. That makes this a lot more simple. I'm going to hold this. It protects around the Grim Lavamancer on a later turn. Or even a gut shot. I think I'm kind of in bad, or I think I kind of got unlucky here that they didn't draw more than 1 land. Because if they drew more than 1 land, they would have probably tried some of this stuff before they took the infect. And we would have probably been able to get them. Eh. It ends up not mattering. We're just going to get them anyway, but... I react. Oh, and I get crushed because I should have led with the mutagenic growth. Wow, that was bad sequencing. That was really bad sequencing. But I've learned. It's funny that the one turn the entire game I don't play around stuff the time that I'm wrong. Like I was playing that game so well, and then I just do something that dumb, and now I can lose. I can actually lose a game that was completely won now. That's not the first punt. That's just the first punt I've been punished for. The question is, do we go for it or not? I just don't think I'm going to. Hey, I was right not to this time. Yep. Definitely could have cost ourselves a one game. A sweet blue-white mentor deck? I would love to see that. Right, well, they're not scooping, so that's discouraging. They're also purposely leaving up black mana. Okay, well, sweet. Our play mistakes don't matter. We just win anyway. He's like, alright, you activated it, you win. I like that. He's like, I want to make you show it to me. Yeah, I got to go to a pre-release, Vlad. I thought my deck was great. I opened nothing of value, and I went 1-3 with my deck. Need to post it online. I kind of want to post my entire pool, but I broke it apart. I could remember the deck itself, but I can't remember like the other options I had. But no, I thought my deck was good, and I just got smashed. Pretty discouraged. You should message them, Murph, and ask them for the deck list for us. But I had a lot of fun. Like, our pre-releases are just like X amount of rounds with no playoffs or anything, which I realize in like big stores and big locations, like that's pretty much how you have to do it. But in our particular location, where our pre-releases are some of our bigger events, and by bigger I mean still under 20, but like I would refer to them as kind of like our premier events. So like not having a playoff with your store's premier events like beyond tilts me, but like I understand that. I get mad in the moment, but I mean it is what it is. But yeah, I lost round one, and I don't know. Since I lost round one, I could no longer get the good prize, so I don't know if I just wasn't focused, wasn't mulliganing correctly, or what, but like, yeah, it was a fun format. I had a hell of a good time. Not going to change anything from the play to the draw. But yeah, I did terrible. I just don't know how to play limited anymore. My last 3 paper limited events, I went 1-2 in a draft, 0-3 in a draft, and then 1-3 in a pre-release. Normally I just smash things, smash limited, so don't know where I'm going wrong or what I'm doing wrong, but I've not done well lately. I think I keep this hand. I think Dispel Scout's good enough to keep it. Don't you do it? Sweet, they didn't do it. It could be the end of our Spell Scout. It could be one of our pump spells. What about you, Vlad? How'd your pre-release go? Did you have a good time and stuff? I guess I'm just going to play this. No, I should have probably played the breeding pools because there's no chance I'm attacking next turn. So not playing the breeding pool just has to be wrong. Another play mistake. I think. Yeah, definitely another play mistake. Because I could have spell pierced that had I played correctly. Now I guess I'm just going to cast this. Oh, you didn't go to any. Oh, that sucks. If it counts for anything at all, unless we hit another green source, I don't think, or, you know, another untapped green or blue source, I don't think this was a game we were going to win regardless. But like, I still think that was a pretty bad play by me. Alright, well, we did hit it. Kind of interesting then. Does that really change anything for us? Probably even have to hit another, or maybe even two at this point. There's a good chance that we have to hit like another green source next turn too. Maybe a colorless source next turn would be good enough. Huh, they didn't throw anything at it into combat. They may actually just not have had anything, and maybe we were supposed to go for it. They have 3 cards in their hand currently. Oh, wow. Alright. You can do it, deck. One time. Land. Not a land. I think that's game then? So since I think that's game, I'm just going to attack again, I think. I'm willing to concede if they have an additional thing in their hand. So if they have like a removal spell to go with the Lavamancer, we're dead. We're basically dead though. Oh, he's targeting me. Because we'll go to 7 and they hit us for 8. Okay, well, we're dead. Like I said, we basically had to have a green source to even try there. It might not have been good enough. I don't know if that match was good or bad. Like, it seemed really hard to beat that. Your red-black deck should still just be the best deck, Murph. Especially while people are brewing. You should just have all of the answers. We're definitely playing first. Oh, you're just jamming Ode Esper? I think like right now is exactly when I'd be on a red deck, because the red decks punish brews so much. Another Blood Crypt. Could be a bad sign. Rip. Mad Murphs are our favorite Murphs. I think one of the mistakes that people make when they try to play decks like Infect is like they think they have to win fast. And like a lot of people would have just slammed Agent onto, but I think being able to protect it's just better. Though maybe we're supposed to slam it just because they might have more discard spells and removal spells in the deck. I'm not actually sure. I'll take the draw step. I don't want to get my thing killed at the end of turn or anything. Sorry, let's start with this. Just realized that like maybe they're going to untap and play Blood Moon and me be in really bad shape. This could be Mardu Pyromancer. Maybe I'm supposed to get a forest here. Getting a forest here could have been super reasonable. Have to discard a card too? I guess I want to discard this one. They have another, if they have another Culligan's Command, we're going to get pretty wrecked here, but I would probably have discarded the Glistening Elf either way, so I think it's safe to just go ahead and play it. A quick 3 mana, so it's probably another Culligan's Command. I don't know how many of them they run, but like I said, I would have most likely discarded the Elf anyway. And that's the main reason I did that, but apparently it's wrong. Like, decks like Mardu Pyromancer are going to be the nightmare matchups for a deck like this. At least pre-board. Post-board, we get a couple Spells Cats and a Wild Defiance, and maybe that helps, but probably doesn't help enough. And maybe we can hit a Rancor. Can bring Invisible Stalker in this match, I bet. They normally take a pretty good amount of damage from their lands, and they don't block well in their decks trying to go kind of late. So, like, beating them with damage seems reasonable. Huh. Heart of the cards. Come on, Rancor. Ah. We tried. We had to cast that other spell anyway, and there wasn't anything that we wouldn't have been able to play with the exception of, like, a Blighted Agent, so I just went for it. You just, like, skip Modern Season since Modern's the devil. Can't think of anything that sounds more torturous than having to play Modern events that you care about winning. Goodbye, Elf, I assume. Alright. We done here? double 2-for-1 is pretty brutal, but can't really stop the card from doing that. So we're going to bring in these two and these. Oh, and this thing, always miss that thing up there. It's nothing to really kill except for Bedlam Reveler. You don't do anything as usual. Don't really like bringing you in versus Fatal Push Lightning Bolt stacks, or keeping you in rather, so. Since we brought 2 randos in, let's take 2 randos out. Yeah, but I don't think soft matters when it comes to modern. Soft or not, if even 8 people show up with reasonable decks, like a third of the room, a fourth of the room shows up with reasonable decks, then it comes down to pairings more than anything. Alright, we'll keep hands pretty bad, but it's good enough. We'll also keep that because their deck's just chock full of removal spells, and the odds of the first Glistening Elf surviving are like pretty low. I'm going to go ahead and play this one, that way we can at least still keep holding up vines. I sacked the breeding pool, or I sacked the fetch land and shocked beforehand, that way they couldn't use a removal spell in response to us doing it. Mulligans are pretty brutal. Mulligans versus a deck with discard spells are even more brutal. Use your removal spell, friend. I think I'm just going to let them anger me. Like, that deck has so much removal in it, and Lingering Souls and stuff like that anyway, that the Glistening Elf itself isn't something that I think is going to do anything, so. If we get 2-for-1 here and they have an anger, that's fine. Doesn't really bother me. 2 burn decks, top 16 to Grand Prix this weekend. Seems like you're cutting yourself short, friend, if you don't have access to them. And he could have another removal spell pretty easy, but obviously have to go for it. I can't just sit back and wait, because if we sit back and wait, any fatal push or anything just kills us. Wow, can't believe we won with that hand. That's insane. Or I said fatal push, but I meant like Lingering Souls. Just like anything that can block. I have no idea. I noticed they were burned. I quit looking at the list. That's like one of the things I will not play. If I owned beta boats, that's the only time I'll look at a burn list. Whenever I get access to beta boats. I'm not going to change anything from the play to the side in this match. We basically just took out a bunch of bad cards. We could consider bringing in Nature's Claims to like play versus Ensnaring Bridge or Blood Moon, but like not every build even plays Ensnaring Bridge, so. Our local, or not our local store, one of our more local stores is having a modern PPTQ as well. They've not posted the prize support. If it's a good enough prize support, I'll go. If I go, I'm probably going to play Pyromancer or Infect, which means I'll have to do a lot of practicing on stream. Yeah, and when I say good enough price support, like I don't care if it's $500 or something. I just want it to be a card I want. You know, like he could offer $500 cash, or he could offer a volcanic island. I'd be more likely to show up and play for the island because I actually want it. All right, so we're gonna keep this hand. seems fine. And I know that's stupid since you can take any amount of cash and buy said dual land or whatever. But that's just how my mind works. Just how me mind works. So we're definitely going to get a forest. Then we're going to cast a bro. We're going to hope we don't get angered this turn because I'm looking to play this and this on the following turn. But I will just play this if if that's the only thing we can do. I think I would play this. I think I'd play Stalker before I play Agent. With him mana screwed, does that change which one I would play? I want to say yes. That changes which one I would play. I'm just going to go for it then. If I had a blossoming, if I had a vines or a defense in my hand, I wouldn't play the Agent here. I would wait. Joke's on me. He's got a fork boat. I will cry, and by cry I mean I won't care because this actually has hexproof and we have this, but... Well, looks like we're running pretty hot on this one. If we draw a force, there's a good chance we just win this turn. That's not a forest. Just gonna cast the other Blighted Agent, I guess. If he has a gut shot or something, we'll save it with the vines. No, actually, we'll probably just... So one is the long way. Well, opponent's definitely getting screwed here, and this is a very good match for them. Well, they finally got there. Is it too little too late? Only time will tell. If it's not too little too late, I would be impressed. Because the Become Immense and Groundswell themselves are 9 damage. Pyromancer doesn't do anything. I guess we just have to play around Gut Shot now. And that makes things even simpler. Oh. They kept a pretty bad hand even for, like, I know it was a one-lander and all of that, but it was a one-lander that didn't have any discard and probably only had one removal spell in the opening hand. And that's just, like, awkward to me. Guess, I mean, I don't think you can just keep faithless looting and hope that it fixes everything. But maybe I'm wrong. I'm not saying their hand was a mulligan. I'm just saying, like, it was really on the weak side, even with them not getting, even without them getting unlucky, it still seems like it was on the weak side of hands. It's probably still a keep, but like, you know, on the weak side of keeps. What is boats? I don't know what you're saying by boats. Apparently, maybe I said the word boats. I'm not sure. But anyway, we escaped a bad match, and now we just got to win 1 out of the next 2 to get our pity chest. Feeling like a champion. Okay, I was trying to say bolts, as in I guess that's just my southern drawl and my hick speaking, but I'm trying to say boats as in lightning bolts. Like beta lightning bolts is what I'm trying to say. I apologize if my drawl is too bad for you to understand. Yeah. Sorry, I apologize for sounding like the hick that I am. But yeah, my my buddy got 4 a couple weeks ago, and now I don't think I can ever play a deck with lightning bolts again until I get 4. I'm not going to go to 4, but this hand's pretty terrible. But we've not had an infector in any of... Well, we didn't have an infector in our 7, and we didn't have lands in our 6. Seems like it's going to be another rough match. We sideboard roughly the exact same way this match as we do versus Pyromancer. Just these infinite removal spell decks are really, really hard to beat. I'm going to lead with the Verdant Catacombs. I kind of want to concede. Like, I kind of don't want to show them my deck. But I guess I've gone too far for that. I kind of wanted to concede after I saw their Spire Bluff. With us mulliganing to 5 and having a weak hand, but I guess we can technically still win. Like, hey Duretti, what's up? I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't be lying if I said one of the reasons I was wanting to concede is because I feel the game's over with and I'm really excited to get to the Standard Brew. This Standard Brew, by the way, that we're about to play is not going to be good. I'm about to lose $12, and that is okay. That's a-okay. It's my favorite time to lose money. What's the best thing that could happen for me here? Well, that certainly isn't it. One is the longest number of vines of Vastwood we're gonna play. Negate. Bad art negate. That's not cool. If I win this game, I'm going to pause the stream, get up, and do a lap around my house. This game, not the match, but just this particular game, we're going to take a jog. You can only improve my hand. Or you could pick nothing. Both are reasonable. Yeah. That's the more reasonable thing. You'll take nothingsies. Can't stop the noble from coming and get some. What are you gonna do when the noble hierarch runs wild on you? I'm gonna might have voted corrosive if he blocks. 17 more turns. There's a Dried Arbor in my deck. Why am I attacking for 1 when I could totally be attacking for 2? Oh, that's right. I'm playing around Wrath of Gods and Supreme Verdicts. Boom. So smart. Yeah, this feels great to be me. I'm telling you. Screw the rules. I don't want my Dried Arbor up there. I want it in my land pile. Hmm. 16 more turns. We're close to playing 2 of these, so we need 1 and then we need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this would go into our graveyard plus this. We have a Become Immense. We can technically attack for 15 if we have one. Hey, thanks George for the host. Come on, Become Immense. You can do it. That's not a Become Immense. Ilm 19 come out, and we have budget concerns till Mana Traders is fully stocked. It normally takes them about 3 or 4 days. I think their thing says they'll be stocked on the 11th. And there's a modern PPTQ coming up at Cav, so it doesn't hurt to get a few reps in. So at this point, I have to assume that they have like a logic knot, and even if we do hit to Become Immense, it won't be good enough. But how annoyed would I be if I actually had to go take a jog? Like at this point, we would prefer to lose than win, right? Like we actively don't want to win because I would have to take a jog. I certainly don't want to do that. But hypothetically speaking, we have 2 draws in our deck that let us deal 14 damage this turn. That's not one of them. I guess the Inkmoth Nexus is technically closer, so. Where are all my tools at? Why'd they go away? Ah, there she is. 13 people. Nobody likes infect. I'll save you. Yeah. You has been saved. They know the last card in my hand. Like they saw it forever ago with their Vendalion click. I don't really know what I'm doing. Guess I'm trying to kill a Celestial Colonnade. They didn't block. Yeah. So we lost this game pretty handedly. But it still seems closer than what I expected. Negate. That's a good one to take here. I was kind of hoping they'd go for a lightning bolt and maybe we could snag them for 9 or something, but... One of the problems with where we're at right now is, like, even if we manage to, like, make some leeway, they can just start blocking after Colonnade. And the next turn they can ultimate to Fairy, and they can protect to Fairy this turn, so, like, to even get to Fairy down 1 loyalty, they either A, have to attack with their Teferi or Celestial Colonnade, or B, they have to, I don't know, never mind, they're attacking with the colonies, so I guess theoretically we could deal a point of damage to Teferi. Well, if they have nothing in their hand, theoretically we can draw a Blossoming Defense and just deal 9 to them then. JK. No, don't be there, friend. Boom. Wasn't there. Alright, don't have to feel too bad. Alright, so we want to sideboard the exact same way we just sideboarded, I believe. I think we want these things in. I think we definitely want these out. I think, like, kind of think we want the Dried Arbor out, even though it did like a million things that game, because they also have Path of Exiles. I want these out. And if they get to the point where they're beating us with Colonnades, we're probably already dead. I want this in too. I always forget that. I forgot it last round too, so I was just like looking at it. I don't think we need cages just for reflector mages. Or sorry, snapcaster mages. We'll have to mulligan another hand because we have no lands. Have to mulligan another hand. So we just mulliganed to at least 5 twice this match. So we can't be too upset if we lose the game that we mulliganed to 5 twice. I guess we could keep this hand and just hope we get there. Like, get the beats with a spell or with a spell cat that can't be blocked or that can't be killed with a burn spell, but that's not going to be good enough. I'm so tempted to keep it though. If I had the 2 land guaranteed, I'd probably keep it. Me move this to the other monitor for a minute so I can be preparing stuff for part 2 of the part 2 stream. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think I still have to mulligan. Alright, well, this is the best thing we've had. We certainly don't want that. We don't have a blossoming defense or anything, so just grab that one. Play this one. Alright, I can bring this back over here now. Again, sorry about that. Apparently I have something on another monitor too. Oh no, I don't. Okay. So this thing's gonna die, I guess. Which we kind of assumed, but I mean, we have 3 cards that are 6. It's not like we can play around things. Didn't we just scry that to the bottom? They have stone nothing, you know, maybe. I'm not going to play around anything. I'm just going to attack with the Sink Moth Nexus. If we lose, we lose. Like, if they have a second lightning bolt, we're just dead. And I'm willing to scoop and go on to the next round. Alright, cool. If they don't have a gut shot, we at least get to bang them for 5. No gut shot. I don't know if they even play gut shot. I probably won't play around anything. Like, assuming that they don't kill the Inkmoth Nexus with, like, that one land or whatever it's called, the standard land. Oh, I cast that card 1,000 times. I still just can't remember what it's called now. Yeah, I'll probably just go for it next turn. JK, I'm a coward. I don't think I'm going to go for it. Oh, there's something in my eye. Sorry, guys and gals. I think Vendalion Click's one of the biggest reasons I just don't go for it here. I just don't want them to block. And like get a card out of my hand. Oh, sweet. Well, they had it. I don't know if that means I was smart or not, but they had it. And they're attacking, which means they have no fear. Interesting. How good is their hand to have 0 fear? Well, they have 5 cards. Alright. It probably don't get any better for us than this. Only one of these 2 spells have to resolve if I attack on... Whoops. We definitely just about messed that up. Also messed up here. I should have tapped the Noble Hierarch. Well, they knew we had this, so they have to have some kind of plan because they didn't leave the blocker up. Or maybe they just thought I wouldn't go for it. I don't know. Maybe they were bluffing. No dispel, please. Ha! We got it. Nice. Whoops! I thought that was game 3. I thought we just won this round. I was like, sweet, a pity chest. No, I have to do it again versus that good of a deck? No. No. It's too hard of a deck. No. Again, I don't think I changed anything from the sideboard to the play. I don't ever change anything. I'm too much of a baller. Oh god, we get to keep 7 cards. We get to keep 7 cards. What? We get to play with all 7? I didn't know you got to do that in Magic. I didn't know you got to keep 7. This game's gonna be wild. You can kill the promo. The promos aren't as sweet in my opinion. I do want to hit some mana sources this game. We got a lot of good threats. We just have to be able to get that mana rolling. That way we can like deploy them, you know, and stuffs. So there's a good chance we get to resolve exactly one thing here. I actually think this is just a better threat to play versus them. It's the one that they have to have a 4 mana spell or like an anger to deal with. Yeah, well, we've not hit the land that we wanted, which is unfortunate. It took an extra point of damage and then did that. I just find that awkward every time people do it. I do. I find that so awkward every time somebody does it. I find it seldom the right play. Alright. Kingdom for a land. Sorry. Kingdom for a land that can produce a colored source of mana. Because we probably lose if we don't hit it. Alright, I want to hold up the Spell Pierce because if they get to Teferi, I feel like the game's just over, so. Would rather just ping them for one and have the old Teferi. Or have the answer to the Ode to Fairy. I'll rephrase. Alright. This turn 5, it would have been nice to have drawn more than one land in 5 draw steps. Alas. Poor Searsist, we knew him well. Can't be too upset though, because we've certainly beat opponents today that didn't play any spells, so. Because they got mana screwed. So it's only fair that it happens to us. It just kind of sucks that it also happened to us in a game that we mulligan to 5, then didn't play our spells. Again, I'm not going to play. Not going to play that either. I think I have to discard a non-creature spell here, even though I wanted to discard the Blink Muff Exus. Because if we discard anything else, it telegraphs to us that we have a counter spell in our hand. As of right now, he might think we don't have one. It actually helps me a lot, doesn't it? I actually want a colored source of land here, don't I? Nice. Hmm. That turns off all lightning helixes, snapcaster mages, and lightning bolts in this spot. Still leaves open paths and stuff, but it also turns in this into a one-shot kill here. Because it now adds +9 and he's already taken 1. I'm not playing Elf because I'm holding up Spell Pierce. No, but I can leave myself in a leveraged situation to where he can't play multiple things. Like we're not under any pressure. Well, he has to cast a 5-drop to be relevant, and then he can cast like more things. Like I feel like we're extremely far ahead here. That we can take the time to play it slow. We already had one creature in play. They just path that. We don't have any more lands. That kind of sucks, but I'm just going to play one creature at a turn here. The Spell Pierce stops them from being able to play multiple spells in a turn. The only spell that they have that matters costs 5 mana, and they can't play anything else really if they have that spell. Like right now, I could cast the Invisible Stalker as well, but then I just die to like a Wrath of God or a Supreme Verdict. But I'm not trying to tempo him. I'm trying to kill him in one shot. I'm trying to combo him. I'm not a tempo deck. I'm a combo deck that's trying to pick my spot and win the game. I actually do think that my Spell Pierce is very valuable. Like, I imagine if this resolves, the game's over. Like, if he doesn't have a Logic Knot here, I assume we've just won the game. I don't think we missed 2 clear turns. Because on both of those turns, he wouldn't have mana to both play his spell and kill the manland we had. He could only do one or the other. He could never do both. Well. That's unfortunate. We're going to have to find another threat now. So the first person who resolves a threat probably wins. Because he can never kill this with damage. Aw, he had double Snapcaster Mage. Alright, maybe we lose. We're on a 3-turn clock now. We are on a 3-turn clock now. Hit a land. Rip. I guess at this point we don't actually need the groundswell, so I'm going to go ahead and use this too. He could kill us next turn. All he has to do is have like a lightning strike or something for a celestial colonnade and he wins. I guess technically a lightning strike our head, but I mean like a lightning bolt for a colonnade and he would win. JK. Alright, so we have to dodge quite a few different things now, but another Snapcaster Mage would be good for him. Didn't attack, so I assume they don't have the Mage. None of my pumps that I currently have give trample. They are Rancors in the deck, though. He basically is forced to block here. So I'll make my thing big enough that his thing just dies. And since they can't be swept now, we'll put a second lethal threat on the table. So both of these are lethal now. And we do have a blossoming defense to protect from the first path to exile. If you didn't have a spell last turn, that means you don't have a spell this turn. And all of our things are going to be good enough. I'm going to attack with both to play around path. Not that he's got one card in his hand, so it's not like path matters. I'm just going to become amidst this, and I'll have a blossoming defense if he did have a path. Would be 2 hard matches in a row. He flooded out really bad though. Like he didn't. Could be a cute ass and groundswell this and stuff, and try to beat him with both combat and normal damage here. Alright, so we locked up a PD chest even though we didn't play perfect. But he never did get the Teferi, or he never did get an early Celestial, and that's what we need. So, PD chest in the pocket. I was hoping to play a second league before midnight, but apparently this league is just taking a long time today. Still have like infinite work too. Let's join the match and see if we can do better than the pity chest. No, there's no lap. I said if I won game 1, we would run a lap. We did not win game 1. No laps to be ran. Kind of want to mulligan this hand, but we do have a turn 1 Glistening Elf, but we have a turn 1 Glistening Elf without pump spells. We need both pump spells and lands to win, so I think I can mulligan. I think we can do a better 6. It's really hard for me to ever mulligan a land and an Infector, though. But I think I'm going to. Versus a blind opponent, anyway. Hey, Kino Pio. Thank you for the follow. I hope I pronounced your name right. That's ridiculous. I don't think mine does, so I think I'm pretty jealous about that. I think this hand's considerably better, so I'm even more happy now that we mulliganed than I was a second ago. This is probably a hard match. They're super fast and they have a lot of resiliency in how they can block. Should have led with the Veteran Catacombs to bluff Jund. They also have Walking Ballistas, and Walking Ballistas probably isn't something that our deck can actively beat. So you pay for it? Huh. I'm still going to play this. They have a Ballista, they have a Ballista. If they have a Ballista, we're not going to be able to win if they can, because it's going to come into play with too many counters on it, plus to proliferate already. So, like, we're dead on board the Ballista. We don't have 0 out. We can beat non-Ballista things. Alright, so we can play this. We can go to 5 on that. I don't think we die next turn, so I think we just attack for 5 here and keep the mutagenic growth and stuff up. To have like some chance to beat a Ballista. I'm not going to cast the Ichor Mirror. The Ichor Mirror does absolutely nothing with the Hanger Backwalker in play already. That's not too bad. Every soccer game, that's pretty nice. That's very nice for you because you're all about those. I don't think we're dead this turn. We can certainly block with our Inkmoth Nexus too. So if I'm not mistaken, if one or more +1s get you put 2, so if you sacrifice this, this gets 2 and it becomes 3. So then we go to 5, you proliferate 6. 7. I don't think we're dead, are we? I'm going to block anyway. I'm just going to be safe and block. He's hellbent. I'm pretty sure we're not dead even if we do no blocks, but I know we win next turn, so there's just going to block and not worry about it. Save our 1 point of infect and see what happens. Yeah, so I was right. It did go to 3. And I think we would have been at 7 if we took this, but I'm not super good at the math, so I don't want to guarantee that yet. Oh, no. He got 5. Interesting. So apparently I was wrong about something. I have to try to figure it out in a second. Oh, because of the proliferate as well. Okay. The game was a lot closer than I thought it was. Yeah, I forgot about that. I realized the 2 he was going to get from the sparring construct. I didn't realize the extra 2 he was going to get from the proliferate. But it's okay. We still got there. So I think versus them, we definitely want these. We definitely want these. I think Spell Pierce, or I think Spell Scout works versus some other modular things. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. Either way, they don't really interact, so we're going to get rid of the blossoming defenses on this one, I think. And I've been getting rid of that Dried Arbor a lot lately. So you would have won anyway? Oh yeah, if you had a Teferi and a Search, you had that. What do we got here? I think this is a hard hand to keep versus them, but the upside of this hand's too good not to keep, I think. Again, Walking Ballista just kills us, and there's nothing we'll ever be able to do versus that, but... The next turn we can play 3 creatures. Oh no, he had a Teferi and an untapped Search. Yeah, sounds like you got luckier than can be then. Or I'm confused about what you're saying, one of the two. Oh, you're saying you had all of that. I missed that line where you're saying you had... I didn't see that first message. Well, they had a gut shot. Maybe we're supposed to play around that, but I don't think so. So as of right now, a Rancor would win, probably. That's a good one too. Probably gonna need a Blighted Agent if we don't get it exactly this turn. Yeah. We're gonna need a Blighted Agent. Our Glistening Elves don't do anything as usual. Our Glistening Elves have been really bad versus anything that even remotely interacts. That's a good one. I think we're dead now. We might be able to get him if he just goes all in. I mean, we have Rancors. Rancors is the same thing as Distortion Strike. We would have won with a Rancor. It's different, but it serves a similar function. Like the Rancors would have been Distortion Strikes, so... Let's feign that we don't have anything and act like we're trying to make him mess something up. Oh, you didn't skip for your attack step. Wah, 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 wah. We tried so hard. We would not win with a Rancor now. I'm just saying we would have last turn. I tried to. I feigned innocence. I don't have nothing. Do it. Can we just scream "do it" at him as loud as we can? Just do it. We can never beat you. Actually, we still can just win, right? I don't think we have any outs except him just making a mistake here. Like, we could draw Viridian Corruptor. That's not a Viridian Corruptor. We'll now attack you with a 3/3. We're dead on board to just Inkmoth Nexus, by the way. It just kills us by itself. We are pretending. I don't know why we're pretending. I'm kind of just wanting to see if we'll play another card, because I don't really know what all's in this deck. I have F6 pressed, by the way. Alright. Game 3. The Great Decider. I don't think I'm changing anything again. Think we basically just have to draw a Blighted Agent or draw like some of our Nature Claim effects. We have no green mana. I don't even have to look at the rest of the hand. I don't think this hand's good enough to keep. I have 2 lands, one of them infects, but like, I just don't think that's good enough. Alright, well, this is better than the other hands. We have a removal spell, we have a turn 1 thing, we have a scry, we have the spell we need to win the game. Still pretty far away from it being relevant, but, I mean, it is the best hand we've had. Versus a lot of decks, we can keep a hand like what we just had. Just don't think this is one of them. And no lands. I'm pretty confident we'll win this game, though, if we hit a blue land in, like, say, the next 2 turns. That's not a blue land. Blue land for the probable win? They got 2 lands, why can't we? We're at 11. We might not actually be able to win now unless he bricks. If he plays anything next turn, it might be too fast. He's got an Ancient Stirring, so that's probably game if they also have a land. They hit a Horizon Canopy, so that's the land. Hopefully they don't have a creature. Alright, well that one's not good. That gives us a great chance. So we can't win, can we? We can deal 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So next turn, they can't really do anything, can they? If they attack with it all, we just take 8. They have a lot of draws that win, but they can't even sack this, so think we just hit them for... Oh, shit. I thought one of these was a groundswell because they had different art. I've been slow rolling when we just win. I need to apologize to our opponent. I didn't mean to be slow rolling. I thought one of those was a groundswell and one of them was a Mato Crosa because of the different arts. So I apologize to our opponent. I highly didn't mean to do that. Alright. So now I just look like a big old jerk. Look like a big old jerk. Well, that's disappointing. I thought we played the league pretty good. I felt like we learned a lot. Obviously, we made a lot of mistakes. Well, I don't own these cards, George. These cards come from Mana Traders. I get what I can get. If I owned the cards, they would be the same art. But I have this one, which they're technically... So that's just real dumb of me. Anyway, so now we are going to play a standard brew. Hey, McCarty, thank you for following, McCarty. I told you you weren't following, but no. You said you're following. So standard time with our mono white brew. So it's going to take me a minute or two to get the cards from... Here we go. It's going to take me a minute to get the cards from Mana Traders and everything. So, going to... What do I have to do? Is there a way to do what I want to do? Can I just turn this deck into a trade binder? No. Properties? Can't move it to your trade binder? That would just be so convenient. Whatever. I'm just going to take the expensive cards out of it real quick and then get our other deck. I don't know what the expensive cards are. I apologize. So we'll be like probably 3 or 4 minutes if anybody who's watching wants to go AFK and not miss anything, rather. There's just no... The Graph Digger's Cage. Wait, ignore that. What else is expensive? The Nexus. Alright, that should be enough. I have cards from them that I don't want them to take back from the other decks, why I have to do this instead of just trading the entire deck. Sure you did, Josh. So the old Mana Traders return. That's what I'd say too if I wasn't following your brother. Your LeBron loving brother. Sweet, so this is on the other screen. So they now have the cards. Refresh over here. That should be enough, I think. It was somehow not enough still. What am I missing then? I'm confused. Oh, it's the amount of cards. Ah, God. This is so much harder than I thought it was. Oh, this is going to be so much more annoying. You don't know that. They might do away with the East-West. Alright, you guys have to... Because I'm doing something very awkward, this is just going to take a bit of time now. Pretty sure those woodeds were mine, but I don't care. Normally, you just open up a trade and give all the cards back, but I don't want to give them our white cards back. And I don't know how to use the program any better than what we're doing right now. I have no idea which one of those is theirs and which one of them is mine. I think that one's theirs, so apparently I own a Pendlehaven and I had no idea. Yeah, I apparently owned a Pendlehaven and had no idea. Huh. That's amusing to me. It'll probably be the second best. Unless Houston picks up another player. The problem is I can't take the white back because the white's M19 and there's short supply of it and somebody else will be on the waiting list. So that's the only reason it's even a little annoying. Wait, you just have to what? I have no idea what you're telling me about. Apparently I've never used whatever function you're talking about. Literally have no idea what you're saying. Alright, so you're saying I can go here and just open up trade, open up everything. So I don't usually use this. I usually just use the website. And I've never read it. Alright. So I can remove I can type numbers to remove things. So you say press 1 here and keep my card. I'll be damned. That's so smart. This is so much quicker than what I was going to do. What number is the other card that I want to keep? I don't see it. Huh. Oh, there it is. Let's see if what you just said with the 7 stuff. Yeah, the 23 with the mark didn't do anything. Let's just move them one by one then. Alright, sweet. Thank you guys for the tip. That was super quick and convenient. Guess I'll load it up on Stream Deck or so. I like how you guys are waiting for this deck, and this deck's probably going to be trash. Like, we're about to throw $12 away just so I can play some of my favorite cards. Alright, so now... Wow, I learned something today. This is so much better than I thought it was, and I already thought it was the greatest thing on the computer. Anyway, so I need to go to Twitter. Could just restart the stream and count it as the 366th day, but I will not. Alright, so post this. I guess I could show you the deck we're going to play so you guys can see what I'm about to get into. Ignore the link, Sirza. So I'm just not going to ignore the link. Just going to pop it up over here and see what you sent me. Oh, you showed me that. I remember. Now we'll just wait on the cards. Shouldn't take long. It's already at 56%. Wait, this isn't the right deck at all. Huh. That's just not the right deck at all. That's the last deck we played. Well, alright. Like how I was going to show you what we're going to play, and I just show you random red deck. Random red deck number 1. Also like how apparently the wish list didn't work. And I already have 5 Fopter arrests, but apparently I'm getting ready to borrow another Fopter arrest. Good job, wish list. Good job, wish list. You're the hero we deserve. Alright. So, mono white stuffs. Boom. We're ready to go. Mono white stuffs. Let's hope it's not as bad as I think it's probably going to be. I just feel like if you curve history into Johnny or like Angel into Angel, like it's like really good. There's a modern PPTQ coming up soonish at Cavalier Comics. I don't actually remember the date. You'd have to go check their group for the date. And there is also a sealed PPTQ coming up at Hobgoblin. But those are the only 2 I know about. I don't really pay attention to any events that aren't at Hobgoblin Page 3 or Wise, though. So basically when I built this deck, I was just like, let me build a deck that won't lose to mono red. And this is the best I could come up with. I wanted like a couple more knights or something. Like even considered the Knight Lord, but like I really just want to play Diamond Mare. Because Diamond Mare rocks. I'm a big fan of Diamond Mare. I was sad that I couldn't justify putting Crested Sunmare in here. One land. Guess who's not keeping in our one land hand? Lyra's just kind of like a horse, though. Alright, so we're going to keep this hand. Not going to keep Lyra. No! Wait, our opponent's brewing too. So our opponent's playing something that's probably going to have lots of blockers. Well, I don't know if what we're doing is going to be powerful enough, because, like, if they just cast a Herald and we've not drawn a cast out, we probably lose. But we did kind of get everything we wanted, which we can't be too upset about. Oh, nice, bub. Pikeville's the best place. I have a Penn Station in my book bag. I have not saw it, but I've heard that it was fantastic. I should have attacked. Why didn't I attack? Why did I not attack? That was a point of damage that I could have put in his kisser. They tap double black, so that means they... Oh, never mind. They still have a Spire and a Prophetic, so I guess. I don't know. There is Penn Station currently in my fridge. I do not know how long it is for this world, though. I can't believe I didn't attack. You ain't wrong, Smurf. You ain't wrong, my friend. I guess we can just yield to that. We will rectify that mistake this time. God, this card already feels great. It might not be good enough versus what our opponent's doing, but like, oh boy, it feels good, don't it? So even if they happen to have the Herald at this point, we can cast the Diamond, or we can discard the Diamond Mare and then like play the Ballista for 2, attack. He's probably going to block. I don't know. It's even better for us if like he just doesn't do things, right? Okay, he's just not doing things. This is exactly where we want to be. Away with ye blockers. Oomph. How fun is a Johnny? How fun is a Johnny? Johnny's really close to bringing out the cat attack. How fun is a Johnny? Alright, so I definitely want this. I definitely want this. Don't exactly know what their deck is yet, but I think I want this as well. They had a lot of things that are Spyglassable, probably. They probably have some Tezzerets in there. You get 3 lifelinking cats. Every instep. I don't remember what this Tezzeret does or what it's called. I'm Googling what this Tezzeret is, so give me a moment. So it starts with 5. I was just trying to see if this could one-shot it. It cannot. I guess these are a little weaker here. Nope. I went with the Lyras, but I could definitely try the horses. This hand seems fine. It's like not great, but I think Lyra's better than Sunmare, but it's something we could try. You gotta keep in mind, we actually cannot gain a lot of life. You say we have a lot of incidental life gain, but if we bring the Sunmares into deck, the only thing that we have that gives life leech is this, and like sometimes when we're ultimating the 3-drop angel. Because I would not play Lyras and Sunmares in the deck. It'd be one or the other. So we don't have that many things that actually gives life gain. I mean, this gives life leak to like our other angel or whatever, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it feels like there's hurdles to be jumped through to make them leech lives. Could add more life leech. We could just play. We could put like the new Johnny Pridemate, or put a Johnny Pridemate. I don't know why I said new. It's a reprint, and like do the whole 9 yards. Yeah, this gives other angels lifelink. Wait, sorry. Lyra gives the other angels lifelink. You're right, Kaz. I'm sorry. So yeah, I guess we wouldn't have that at all then. So he paused a long time before he played Compass, so I'm assuming he has Herald here and he was just doing Herald math. And that's a bit of an issue. Oh, never mind. It's just a battle order bridge? It could have been a lot worse for us then. Guess I'm just going to play this one. Oh, I need to change the title. Cool. Yeah, I will change the title. Thank you. I think I did everything else then, right? Standard. Mono white. With M19. Wait, did somebody host me? Oh, Buttons hosted me. Jesus. I didn't see it. I was too busy talking. Buttons with the big 70 or 76 person host, or 79 person host, with just a huge host. Thank you so much, Buttons. I would not have noticed that if somebody hadn't reminded me to change my title. Hey, Murph was helpful a bit ago. We're not splashing green. We're the full mono white in this build. Huh. We don't really have an answer to that thing. The full mono white in this build. Well, we did some things. With vigilance. Oh, we can give that thing lifelink, so we can get ourselves high enough that this doesn't kill us. Because as of right now, they're attacking for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and we've got some amount of blockers. We could just be dead to the Antiquities War, though. Oh, I guess he drew something that he needs a blue mana for. What are you? Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a thing, sack some artifacts, draw some things. That's not a bad one. I hear this was a clutch draw. Does anybody else think that was clutch? Hello, Cast Out. Hello, friend. Never didn't have it. Just never didn't have it. Wonder if it's better just to make a 5-5 or like jam a walking ballista and kill somebody's 1-1s. Or sorry, a 5-5. I meant to say 4-4. It's probably better just to make a 4-4. They were hellbent at least, so we didn't have to worry about that too much. Alright, definitely going to make the 4-4 now. Since he like slayed our clock. That's a good question, Doretti. I've not decided that yet. I think I'm either going to speed it up, you know, like increase it, or like lower it. One of the two. I'm not sure which. I joked about just going ahead and going on to 730, doing the full 2 years. I even looked to see what the record was, but apparently the record's already at 800 and some, and unless that guy, or unless the person with 800 and some stops, there's no way to ever catch them. I guess I could outlive them. This is our first match with it, so we are currently 1-0. Or, sorry, we're currently 1-0 in games. But it is the first round, so... We got paired versus a bit of a brew. Cool looking brew, though. Guess I can attack with this one too. Probably should have been attacking with this the entire time. But it's safe to attack with it now that we have the walkie. I think both the deck lists work. The Twitter link links to a picture if people would prefer to see a picture. Mainly because I needed an additional 2-drop. I wanted another 2-drop creature in the deck, and I couldn't find one that I liked. I just couldn't find another 2-drop that I liked. Like, it's probably one of the weaker cards in the main deck, but I really wanted one more creature in the main deck. There's probably something better. Maybe just a 2-2 for 2 is better. Maybe like Glory Bound Initiative might be better. What in the world are we getting cast on us now? They finally hit the Herald. Alright, so now we need to find a Binding, a Cast Out, or a Dephopter Arrest. Yeah, the 2-2 life gaining unicorn was definitely something I considered for a moment. I guess he's going to kill the walking ballista now. Oh, he's going to kill that? Alright, well, it'd be nice to hit a thing here. I mean, I guess that's technically a thing, but like it's not really a thing. Guess we just attack with these two then. I don't think we're dead though, because I mean, what they're doing is pretty good, but I don't think we'd be able to crew Hardicure in a whole lot. We still have time to find bindings and cast outs. We already have 8 3-drops. I didn't really want to go anymore. Alright. We definitely have to find one of the 5 exile enchantments we have for the Herald. And we don't have a long time to do it. We have a relatively short time to do it. Even drawing another Walking Ballista is not terrible here, though. She's going to double kill the Angel. That's fine. Mentor's a 3-drop. Like I said, I'm trying to specifically avoid 3-drops. And if we cut the mare, we won't have a lot of things to power the Mentor with anyway, will we? Cut everything else, add 2 drops. Okay, I see where you're going with that now. Alright. That's not what we needed, but I guess it's okay. Sure. That's definitely a deck I'm going to try as well. Those are all decks that we're going to try. The blue-white Monument and the just going back to white-black Knights. I'm guessing this turn's the turn they'll choose to kill the Ballista. Sweet, we can go back to pressing F6 now. I don't think it's super trash anymore. Now that you have Mentor, like, it still does things. Okay, deck. Thank you very much, Turd God. Highly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Boom. Well, the 9th land in 18 cards is never where you want to be, but the fact that we're still not dead yet is kind of nice. You can literally, like, just draw running Walking Ballistas and win the game from here. And by win the game from here, I mean he's going to gain a life next turn, and that won't work. But that's not the point. JK, now we can. He took an extra point. We got this. We got this. They've only drawn 8 more cards than us. That ain't nothing. They've given up. They stopped attacking. We win. Anytime they stop attacking, that means you win. I'm just joking about that, by the way. It doesn't mean you win, per se. It doesn't mean these horses are going to town. They still get to gain a point. They can actually use the Inventor's Fair. You definitely have degenerate turns. 2 little avians, a monk, and a mentor, and a lot of lands will do a lot of things. I hit another one. Boo. I said boo. Well, they can sacrifice one of their things to kill a knight. That's pretty sick. I'm not even gonna lie, that is just pretty sick. I said turd god on stream. Can't believe I hadn't noticed that Buttons hosted me. Pretty huge host too. I was going to brew a Nicobolus deck, but like Buttons had already beat me to it. I didn't want to be streaming the exact same deck he was streaming. I use on you. You can't respond. You can respond to the target resolving. Hey Ginger, what's up? How's the Ginger doing? You need to show us. You need to play some Nicoboluses for us, because I can't afford them. I'm doing pretty good. We just cashed a Modern League. It's amazing. I do not remember what the name of the card is. I was going to Google it and read it, but I don't remember. So, no Googling and no reading. Oh, cool, another land. Hey, Murph was useful. He told me something I didn't know. Is anybody else shocked by that? We won! Onward we go. Marching forward with our mono white pile. By the way, if anybody here likes Canadian people who are very emo and likes watching Standard, they should probably go follow Misplaced Ginger, because his stream is probably the stream I watch the most. As long as you don't mind an emo Canadian. And as long as you don't care about the boys coming back to town. I have 2 certificates that say I'm a genius, and my mommy wrote them both. Hey, Juco, what's up? Yeah, snap mull. It's the same hand with one less land, but I'm not going to go to 5, so I'll keep it. No, a Llanowar Elf. Well, we do have Walking Ballistas, so. He got 7 draws if he taps the Llanowar Elf to try to kill it. But if he doesn't, we're probably just going to get ran over by whatever green shenanigans it happens to be. Huh. Right on time, Silaway. Wonder if I was supposed to cycle cast out there. I kind of kept it because I was thinking in a few turns we'd be able to get like a Galta or a 5-4 or a 4-4 or something, but anybody want to trade me to Fairy for Karn? No. They both came at Quizbo. Alright. Raise your hand if you think we're going to win this game, because I certainly don't. I was all conference twice, baby. Did anybody notice that I just like didn't cast Silaway on that Steel Champion that was already tapped? Probably could have did that. You know, when he didn't have Blossoming Defense mana up or anything. Could have probably did that. No. Well, I'm just dead because I'm a bad Magic player. Getting ready to take 5 extra damage for no reason. And then when I do so, we're going to concede. Yeah, but yeah, I think we were going to lose this game anyway, but we were certainly going to lose it when I made such a snafu. Alright, you got us. We are not the champions that we always thought we were. Surprised nobody tapped punt on that one, because that was certainly pretty darn bad. What do you do? Converted mana cost? Yeah, let's get in here. Just bring all these enchantments in here. Who cares that he's got that stupid thing? I think Johnny's probably have to actually be bad in this match. What else is bad in this match? Just all of our things? Not Graces don't really attack very well. Yeah, not Graces can just suck it. Hey Sean, by the way, welcome. We went 4-1 in Modern tonight, Sean. Hey, STKGD. I'm going to call you STK God. So that means Faker's watching our stream. But thank you for the follow, Faker. We appreciate it. Yes, I'm going to keep that because I'm a wild child. Wild child has been called. Is this sad that I was surprised that I kept, or that I was surprised to draw the land that I knew I kept? Let's save the baffling end for something better, like a 5-4. They actually have basic islands in their deck? What is going on here? What shenanigans is this? He's 4-color energy snake. Whatever they are, they can be 4-color beating me down. We won round 1. If we never win another round, we attacked some diamond mares and had a good old time. I really like this card. Yeah, my pre-release had it, had Vivian, and had an Elder Dragon. And I didn't think it was very fair. We're currently on mono white do nothing. So I would say we're being quite successful with our game plan. No, you don't have to worry about it. It's in the sideboard. Let's see if we can acquire a negate or something. Yeah. Let's not get blossoming defense. That would be sweet. Yeah, there's 4 of those in our deck. Boo. They still have 4 cards and they're not playing creatures. Maybe I should have Approach of the Second Sons in my deck. Who needs creatures when you can play Approach of the Second Sons? Don't have a negate? Sweet, no negate. We're still alive for a moment. What are you going to do when the 3/3 angel runs wild on you? Probably just going to like prey upon it or something. They finally have 5 mana, so. I mean, he could. He could definitely have something cool. They're holding up 4 mana for a reason, so. Since they're holding up 4 mana, they probably have commit. I'm just going to go ahead and cast out on this, because they can't sack this and commit this. They can only do one or the other. It seems like the best time to get a cast out resolved. They just type ... Why did it just type ... Like, is that bad of a play? It seems like a good play. Like, the only thing they can be representing is commit, right? Like, am I crazy not to think that they're just representing commit here? Sweet, we snuck in 3 damage too. Maybe they have multiple commits, I don't know. Well, pick one. You have to commit one or the other. If you do have it. There's just no chance that they have anything. They just have commit, right? I'm just going to keep saying the word commit over and over and over when I feel like it's an actually relatively easy read, but I'm trying to pretend like it wasn't an easy read so people will worship me when he casts it. Because all I strive for in life is random strangers on the internet to praise me. That's why I've been considering getting into the porn business. Alright, there's the commit. We was right. So we so smart. What's Matt say about having your degrees? Oh, we're still just dead. We're still just dead. It doesn't matter, but we had fun. So we know the next card of our library is an angel. So even if we block, we're dead. We tried. We tried so hard. I would say we got so far, but we didn't even come close. We didn't mulligan a bunch, and that match has to be terrible for us, but that's okay. Hey, it's Venom. That means we're probably playing versus another green deck. We're on to play this time, so that's a little bit better. Probably will cycle this cast out because I really want to play on curve. If he is playing the green deck, anyway. If he's not playing the green deck, we may not. Alright, he's playing the green deck, so. I really just want to curve out here, though, so. I think these green decks are going to be very hard for us to beat overall. So they've done their thing. Hey, Flame, what is up, my friend? I would trade this in a counter for his dude, so it's a pretty safe attack. Nope, this is only our third round total. Don't care if they have blossoming defense. We're just willing to die to it. Or not die to it, but you know what I mean. Like, get rocked by it. I certainly want to deal to 3, so. I messed up. I forgot that I didn't have the end of combat trigger set on there. So they actually had a chance there where they could have cast Galta. They could have cast it pre-combat too, though, so that pretty well gives us an idea they didn't have it. Hmm. I think I'm still just attacking with that, and then I think I'm putting the counters on both walking ballistas. I probably actually need to put the counter on this anyway, right? Because if I put the counter on this anyway, that's what I have to do to be able to block with it next turn. Do I care about blocking with it next turn? Yeah, blocking with it next turn is probably relevant. Yeah, blocking with it next turn is probably relevant. Hmm. Nice. Went ahead and killed the Llanowar Elves, hoping they wouldn't have a land for like a sky boat. I saw our friend Sparrow's Rum trying to mono black zombie deck, but I was working last night, so I didn't get to pay a whole lot of attention to the games. I don't know how well it did or not. So again, we're versus the green deck, so I think we just basically won all of these. Shoot. I basically think we want every white card in our sideboard other than Sun Scourge Champion. The Sun Scourge Champion probably shouldn't even be in our deck. Actually, even though Johnny did a lot of work there, overall I don't think this is the match for it. I think it's too hard to protect versus like Heart of Kiran's, and I feel like they're just bigger on the board than us, and one counter doesn't change that. Not actually sure what Death Baron is. Have no idea what Death Baron is. I'm not going to mulligan it, but this hand's probably too slow on the draw, especially if they have a Llanowar Elf. But if they don't have a Llanowar Elf, it's kind of exactly where we need to be. Well, I mean, it still could be too slow, but I mean, it's like in the ballpark of the cards we need to draw. How about that? It's actually a good one. Backup Lyra's not terrible. Alright, so we need to see no 5/4 this turn. Just cast a Thrashing Brontodon. That's a good one too. Feel like we're going to be a turn slow. I think we might have been able to win on the play with this hand, but as speculated, it's probably too slow on the draw. Yeah, so we're going to take 9 here. I don't think there's anything we can really do about it either. I don't think there's anything we can do about it. And that's game, right? So they crew that, they attack with them all. Even if we like throw you in front of you in front of you, we take 7, but we lose both of our bros. Or both of our sisters, whatever you want to call them. Either way, we have no out. +1/+1 to all zombies and Death Touch. Wow, that seems pretty strong. Might have to go with like Walking Ballista or something. I think I'm just going to run it back. I think the sweepers are really key here, and hitting any of our enchantments are key. If we were on to play that game, we probably still lose. Alright. What do we got? Alright, we can keep this hand, even though this hand's kind of bad. We have 2 different sweepers, though. Oh, give skeletons +1/+1 too. That's kind of cute. I don't know if that's relevant, but it's certainly cute. I'm actually holding the cast out this game. I'm in no rush to actually play creatures, so like being able to get a Heart of Kiran or something with it might be okay. Or just like being able to slam it on his first 5/4 might be okay. Or being able to kill that's okay. I like how we get this like good versus creatures only hand, and this is the game where he's going to be like a Life Crashers into Planeswalkers, and we're still just going to lose by a lot. Like we're still just going to lose by a lot. When we drew the perfect hand versus the creature deck, and the creature deck got a non-creature draw. So we basically need a Lyra and we need it ASAP. I don't even really want to play this here. I'd rather hold up Settle and Sillaway. I'm honestly just amazed how, like, we draw the hand with this many sweepers and none of them matter. I don't want to just get by blossoming. I don't want to just get got by blossoming defense. Really, that's probably still just worth it to try. Alright, fine. You can have one more turn with it. Maybe we can get far enough up that we can win with Johnny. Who knows? We do have 2 fumigates. I don't think I'm ever cycling this cast out. Kind of just hoping he plays 2 creatures here. Excuse me. They did play 2 creatures. No heroic intervention would be nice. I mean, they're refilling their hand, and that's kind of sucky, but so we don't know about that. If they don't have a Nissa, there's a chance we get to this ultimate. I don't know if the ultimate's even good enough if we do get to it, but it'll be there, potentially. Effort Spear Harvester. Alright, now that one hurts. That one causes problems because we can now no longer ultimate. Maybe if they're greedy and just play the Rampager 2 more times, but I think they'll just cast a Harvester and then we'll have a problem. Was that the best draw in our deck? Wow. I'm kind of afraid of that. Well, we have to hit the Harvester. Do we not have enough creatures in our deck? Because this is the second sideboarded game when we've taken out 8 creatures and we just haven't been competitive. We've got 10 angels and 4 histories, so I guess maybe we only have 14 creatures? Maybe if we get a Lyra still, it's enough. Who knows? We are 16 cards deep in our deck, and we haven't drawn even a 1 of 14 to try to play. Which seems wild to me. And he could have removal spells or something now. That very likely does. I guess we'll just cycle this since they already have the Brontodon. An Hour of Glory, that's fine. Hopefully they don't have more. Because I'd much rather them kill an Hour of Glory, or I'd much rather them be able to kill that than Lyra or something. There's Nissa. The game's got to be over now. Feels like the game has to be over now. Another Shy. It could not be, though. If they don't have anything, Lyra's still pretty good. Spoiler, who would have guessed they have things? I wouldn't have guessed, would you? Oh, okay. 100% dead then. So we lost to the 2 mono green decks. Though it did feel that we were competitive. Maybe we're just sideboarding out too many creatures. Might need a better plan. Like, the only really attacking creatures we're leaving in are these 10 plus these 4, so 14, 18 if you count Walking Ballista. I guess if there's 18 creatures, drawing 0 of them in the top 16 is like just insanely unlucky, but it definitely happened both of our sideboarded games, so I don't really know. I know the Knight of Graces and the Diamond Mares are just bad in the match, though. Yeah, but our 2-drops are terrible. Like, what does getting back a Knight of Grace do when all of their creatures, like, any creature in their deck just blocks it? I know Johnny has no text box. I would like to take all 3 of them out in the match. I would very much like to be able to take all 3 of them out. Maybe I should be bringing in 2 more cards. Can bring in the Spyglass, I guess. Like, getting back a Knight of Grace or a Diamond Mare isn't going to do anything. And there's plenty of good 2-drops in Standard, just not in our deck. Now, we get rewarded by losing to Venom, the last season's trophy leader, and then we get paired versus the Russian Machine. This hand's pretty good, though. Be interesting to see what he's playing. So, probably blue-black mid or something. I don't think a Johnny's bad. I think it's very medium. And this isn't the perfect deck for it. No Essence Scatter, please. That is an Essence Scatter. Rip. Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I'm playing Diamond Mare in this deck, because I thought all of the other 2-drops were bad. That's the reason Diamond Mare's in our deck. I thought all of the other white 2-drops were just horrendous. Am I supposed to play around Disallow? Or am I supposed to just not care about Disallow? Kind of just don't want to care, but I'll play around it, I guess. Alright, I'm glad we didn't play the history now. Does this do any flips at 7 mana, 10 damage to target creature, reanimate, draw 2? It's our least good card then. Maybe just Walking Ballista? Actually, probably just a Resilient Archangel then, right? It's a foil Nicobolus too. Budakov's a baller. Into Scarabrino? Yeah. Scarabrino it is. It's gonna be a hard game to win. You can about assume he'll have something. If he doesn't have anything, it's not that hard to win. I'm just assuming he'll have something. Because I'm one of those glass half empty type bros. I don't think they actually attack a whole lot, so I don't think I want to seal away in a spot like this. Sorcerer Spyglass seems reasonable. Thopter Arrest seems reasonable. These seem reasonable. Not you. You guys do. I actually think the Fleet Wheel Cruisers seem kind of reasonable here. I'm not sure on the Fleet Wheel or the Spyglass, but these are the cards that I think are reasonable. These three are just definitely in. What cards do I think are probably worse than Fleet Wheel and Spyglass, if anything? The Diamond Mares are like clearly not very good in this match either. That's a Fleet Wheel Cruiser. Sometimes you just gotta party, man. Alright, Diamond Mares suck. That was my big experiment with this deck, and they've just been really bad. Like, I've wanted to sideboard them out in every match. They've just been really bad. I'm not going to cycle either of these cast outs. They have way too many things I want to cast out. Don't kill me, please. Don't counter me, please. Let me just do my nightly grace things. I just want to play this one again. Actually value this Archangel a decent amount. I feel like he's going to have a sweeper. Guess I could have played the Walking Ballista maybe, but... commit. And the Liliana. They didn't block this time, so now I'm kind of confused. I don't actually know what's going on. Maybe I shouldn't have cast the Sheffet Dunes, I don't think, because now they can use the Field of Runes. That was a bad play by me. I was expecting something. Wasn't 100% sure what. If they'd used the Field of Runes, I guess I can cycle the cast out to get it if I really want, but like wasting a cast out versus their type of deck seems like really not good for me. I'm going to, though, because if they think it's that good, then maybe I'm supposed to think it's that good too? Oh, they were just doing it for the thing that they just did it with then, I guess. Hmm. So they're up to 7 now. That's a Scabrino. I'm from Eastern Kentucky. Thank you for enjoying it. I'm the great hick of the East. Except I live, you know, not quite at the East. Middle-ish. I'm from Wisconsin. I don't know how Wisconsin people sound. That was probably offensive. Target opponent exiles a bro. Alright, I guess I'll exile you. And then they'll kill you. And then we'll have all the friends. I think I want to play this one. I guess it plays around Syncopate. It's also a 3-power flyer that makes me smile. I live my life 1 quarter pounder at a time. I did in fact say that. Alright. We beat the Russian machine, and we are now 2-2 with a chance to acquire a pity chest to go with the 4-1 we got earlier in Modern. I can't decide what I'm going to eat tonight. I have some fried chicken in the fridge I can warm up, and I've got a Penn Station I can warm up. Oh, on the border of Tennessee and Kentucky for about a year. Nice. Is that out? I think it's called Fort Campbell, or like, I think it's Fort Campbell. I'm not sure, but I'm going to assume somewhere in that area. I won't swear to it. Penn Station is kind of like a bit better Subway. Except you can't get warm food. You can only get like cold sandwiches. It's pretty good. Like the bread's not perfect, but other than that it's pretty good. Yeah, I had a friend out there in the, I guess the mid-2000s, late 90s maybe? told that area is real pretty, but I've never made it that far west because I don't like to travel. An opt in standard. You don't see those real often. So we're going to be probably versus another Jeskai control deck of some kind. Or I said Jeskai, but I meant to say Grixis. Who knows what we're actually playing versus. But bring it. Yeah, it's a pretty good place. Wait, can you? My mom told me you couldn't. Wow, that's crazy. Yes, I probably was thinking of Jimmy John's. Oh, this thing's a wizard. I didn't know that. That is so sweet. Alright, I'm going to get hit for about 1 million next turn. But I want to go ahead and play this because next turn I can play double spell. So it just uses my mana slightly more efficiently. I mean, because they're playing wizards, it makes sense that they're playing opt when we see that they're playing wizards. Trolls rarely leave their caves. Love it. I mean, I can't block here. I just have to hope I'm not dead. If they had enough burn spells here, we actually could be dead. Like, enough shocks and stuff would kill us in that spot. So we don't get to attack this turn, but we do get to kill this still. I'm probably just thinking of Jimmy Jones. You're probably right. She probably just confused me because I'm not bright. As we all know. I really didn't know this was a wizard. I'm happy that I have several of them now. I still don't think I'll ever play it, but I just think it's kind of cool and like maybe I will. You don't know. I'm fucking wild, man. I'll do what I want. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem bad. It's like the best thing to get back with a Johnny probably in the whole format. So I guess that's something. I guess I just take 2. If I play this one, they're kind of priced into having to kill it. I might not have read the new Vampire yet. Oh yeah, I didn't know about that. That actually seems pretty nice. I did not know there was a vampire that did that. So they're going to kill Shalai here, I'm pretty sure. I'll snap block this time if they attack. It's from Ixalan. How do I not know that card exists? Oh, Adonto! Adonto, I'm so bad. I definitely knew that card existed. I played the crap out of that card in my life. I keep trying to cast things here that I'm trying to force him to tie his mana up on, but that's probably wrong. It's probably better just to cast out here and then play like double spell the following turn. Yeah, I'm just not bright. I'm just not bright. That's all there are to it. Boo. That's not what I wanted. I guess I'm just gonna cycle this if they have nothing. I'm on the East Coast too. This is still early. Is that a good card versus them? Probably. It's probably a good card versus them. Oh wow. They use it to draw and discard. Stupid chain whirlers ruining everything. Thinking about casting this Walking Ballista, but sure. I don't want to cast a Lyra because he's already showed us just like straight bounce spells. And straight bounce spells seem too good. I don't care which one they block. If I had to pick one, I'd prefer them block the knight. Okay. You'd think Lyras would be amazing in this match, and I just keep not wanting to cast them. Yeah, cool. We got that game. Sideboard. So we have some of these like type effects, but they're typically a little too slow, I think. I definitely think I want the Thopter Arrest. Stupid Thopter Arrest, get over here. Definitely think I want the Baffling End. I think I want these things. I think those are things I want for sure. I don't know about the top stuff. Pretty sure I can cut a Johnny here. I actually don't think Walking Ballista is great either, and we're like removing it for other removal spells. He did show us an X1 though, and he might have that other X1 that's got Prowess, so like maybe there's a reason to have Walking Ballistas. Kinda like all of our cards. Maybe this card's actually just not good. I can see this card just not being good. I want to cut 2 Walking Ballistas. Diamond Mare's good enough. You think Settle will be better than Ballista? I can try Settle into play. I was kind of thinking they just have counter spells. Like, I feel like they're going to sideboard a bunch of negates and stuff in. This hand's a little bit slow, but I don't think I want to mulligan it. JK, this hand wasn't slow at all. This hand was a perfect curve. We get to play our second favorite horse. Actually, he was extremely good the first match we played. He's not been very good since. So I'm thinking this might just, either a Johnny, this just may not be the deck for a Johnny, or maybe we're not getting the right matchup, or pairings rather. Cool, they missed a land drop, so that makes our history into Angel Plan a lot better. Do you think the history and the Angel Plan is good enough that I might would block here? Oh, JK, no block. That's aggressive, by the way, especially if they're still missing the land drop. Yeah, Black-White Knights might be a better place for him. Maybe even the Green-White, kind of like Craig Westco-ish deck, or the Green-White Knight deck from the PT, like the Brazilians ran. Like, both of those may just be better homes for him than what I'm trying. I could definitely reasonably see that. So between Trickster, Blink of the Eye, and Wizard's Resort, I'm not so sure if I'm supposed to cast Lyra pre-combat or not. I'll just say I'm not now that I can play 2 spells. Alright, well, I'm going to get the Lyra in while I can then. Yeah, that was definitely in the first build I was looking at, but the mana seemed slightly awkward, is why I ended up going with this one. The opponent's just playing blue-red wizards, and they got a really bad draw. This has to be a kind of a nightmarish match for them on top of that. Yeah, they're done. Well, we got our pity chest. We lost to the 2 green stompy decks. Overall, it was pretty decent, I guess. Johnny didn't feel super good. Diamond Mare didn't seem super good. But if we put either black or green in the deck, we can get good enough 2-drops that I don't feel like we have to play this. The Angel is actually pretty decent, but it wasn't great. History Lessons and Knights of Grace and Voice of Plenings and Walking Blissos were as good as they've always been, so that was what carried us to our sweet pity chest tonight. Yeah, I've not got a chance to watch that yet. I know Sparrow's Rum's been playing it. I'm gonna have to check some of his replays if he's not on tonight. I don't know if he is on or not. It does not look like he is on. But anyway, that's my 2 leagues for the evening, so I think I'm going to hop off here, get some food, and do some work. Kind of want to host somebody I follow, but nobody I follow is playing. Wait, is Z-Magic playing Standard? Z-Magic, what are you playing? You're playing Eternal. I like Eternal, but I really want to try to find somebody brewing Standard to post. It just looks like there's nobody playing Standard. Brewing Standard. Have no idea what this guy's playing, but it says he's brewing Standard, so he gets the host. Normally we'd host somebody like Brad, but they're playing Blue-Black Fairies. Who wants to watch that? That's actually probably where I will go watch. Anyway, thank you guys for coming by. Thanks for the new follows. And thank you, Buttons, for the massive host. But we are out of here.